They were no longer just running, or they were fighting back. Captain Joon and Hae-ri had fled far beyond known space. They slipped through old smuggler routes, they hid in the shadows of dying stars, but the hunt never stopped. Every transmission, every whisper on the come waves told them one thing: you are wanted, dead or alive. Hae-ri was changing. The weak, trembling woman in chains was gone. Now she worked beside Joon in the ship's command room. Her eyes shone with a sharp light. Her voice had grown steady and calm. She was brilliant. Hae-ri knew the old codes of the Dominion. She could break into secret channels. She read maps of gravity currents like a born navigator. Together they escaped ambushes. They dodged bounty hunters. They tricked pirates into hunting each other. In the quiet moments, Joon noticed something else. She smiled more often now. Sometimes, she even laughed at his bad jokes. Their bond grew. It was no longer just survival. It was trust. It was purpose. After many hard weeks, they reached Kyun Station, a neutral outpost in deep space. There Joon had a friend, Mira. She was once an Earth intelligence officer. Now she lived in exile after exposing war crimes of the Dominion. In a small, hidden room, Myra served them hot spiced tea. She studied Hae-ri with sharp eyes. "You are sitting on a political bomb," Myra said to Joon. "If the right people know, she is alive. And with you." Joon nodded. "Then we tell the truth first." Hae-ri spoke, her voice clear. "Yes, it is time." Myra helped them prepare. Together they sent messages across the stars, proof of who Hae-ri was, records of her royal blood, evidence of her father's betrayal, files of Dominion war crimes. The truth spread like wildfire, on border worlds, in secret rooms. In quiet spaceports, people began to whisper the story: the chained bride who defied the Dominion, the Terran captain who chose her freedom over safety. The Dominion struck back. Black ships came silent and deadly. Assassins followed their trail. Bounty hunters doubled their price, but now Joon and Hae-ri were ready. In one battle near an asteroid field, they lured a black ship into the rocks. It crashed and burned. In another, Hae-ri sent false signals, drawing a whole squadron into a trap. Joon destroyed them with mines. Each time they won, more systems began to question the Dominion. More people began to hope. One night, after a narrow escape, Joon found Hae-ri in the ship's observation room. She stood by the window, looking at the stars. Her face was calm, but her eyes held deep thoughts. Joon walked beside her. "Are you thinking of home?" he asked. "I no longer have a home," she said softly. "But I have a purpose now," he smiled. "So do I." Weeks turned to months. The hunt continued, but so did their fight. Hae-ri's name became a symbol. Across the galaxy, rebels and the forgotten began to rise. They no longer ran alone, had allies. Friends and Joon watched Hae-ri grow stronger with each step. No longer a captive, no longer a lost princess, she was now a leader, a voice, a freedom. On a small, liberated world under twin moons, they finally paused. That night, Joon knelt before her. His heart was steady, but nervous. "I never freed you to make you mine," he said. "But if you would choose me still..." He smiled softly. She reached out and touched his face, her fingers tracing the scar he had earned while protecting her. "You were never my captor," she whispered. "You were my freedom, my future." They chose each other not with ceremony, not with chains, but with truth, with love. The hunt never truly ended. Even now, dark ships searched the stars. Assassins still waited in shadows, but it no longer mattered. Their story had already spread too far. On distant worlds, young girls now heard the tale of a princess in chains, and the soldier who saw her not as a prize, but as a person. They heard how love and freedom could be worth any fight. And somewhere in the deep dark, someone else now dared to believe. The chains were cold, not just in touch, but cold in spirit. Captain Joon stood inside his ship's quarters. The door had just closed behind the last Dominion diplomat. They left quickly, without a word, as if afraid. In the center of the room, an alien woman knelt. Her wrists and ankles were locked in thick black metal. The chains looked old, heavy, unbreakable. She was his gift, his bride. They had called her. A reward from the ardent Dominion for his victory in the Outer Rim War. But Joon was no fool. You do not put chains on a gift unless it is meant to stay trapped, or unless you are meant to be trapped. The alien woman's head was bowed low. Her long black hair was tangled, falling over her shoulders like smoke. Her skin shimmered faint, purple, like twilight clouds. Her bare feet trembled on the cold floor. Joon stepped closer. His boots echoed softly in the quiet room. He could now see her face, so strange, yet beautiful. Her eyes were large and deep silver light flickered inside them, like stars caught in a still pond. A strange feeling stirred inside Joon. Pity. Yes, but also anger. This was no bride. This was a prisoner. He knelt beside her and spoke gently. "You're safe now." The woman did not reply. She kept her eyes on the floor. Her arms shook slightly, as if holding herself still took great effort. Joon looked at the chains. The locks were old technology, manual, not coded, not smart. This meant the Dominion wanted no chance of her escaping by clever tricks. With care, Joon reached for the first lock. It decided he would set her free. But before he could touch it, her hand shot out fast and grabbed his wrist. Her grip was strong, far stronger than he expected. Her fingers dug into his skin. Her voice was soft but clear. "No," she whispered. "Do not free me. If you do, they will hunt you too." Joon blinked, confused. "What do you mean? Who will hunt me?" At last, the woman looked up. For the first time, he truly saw her eyes. Behind the silver starlight, there was fear. "The royal houses," she said. "The war cartels, the ones who sold me and the ones who bought me." She let go of his wrist. Her hand fell weakly to her lap. "My name is Hae-ri," she said softly. "I was not meant to be your bride. I am highborn, a princess, betrayed by my family. They sold me to buy favor with Earth's generals." Joon's mind raced. This was far worse than he had guessed. She was a political prisoner, her own. Family had done this to her? Then why send you to me? He asked. "They thought you would not survive the trip," Hae-ri said. "They thought you would die, or that you would not care." She looked at him again. Her eyes were tired but sharp. "They did not expect someone like you." Joon gave a small smile. Clearly they didn't. 3 days later, a message came to the Starwind. Orders from Dominion Command. Report to Ardent Prime. Standard debrief. But Joon knew the code. "Come quietly, so we can kill you." He sat alone in the command chair, thinking. There was no safe way back. No safe path forward. Unless he made a choice. He rose and went to the quarters. Hae-ri sat on her bed, chains still around her ankles. He knelt beside her. This time she did not stop him. He unlocked each shackle. The metal clattered to the floor. "I choose to help you," he said. "I choose to run." She looked at him with wide eyes. "You do not know what this will cost." Joon stood. "It doesn't matter." They ran. Joon faked ship failures. He rerouted them through forgotten smuggler paths, away from known space lanes. Every day brought new dangers. The Dominion's voice filled the cum waves. First they called Joon a thief, then a rogue, finally a traitor. Price was set on both their heads. Pirates came, bounty hunters, corrupt Earth officers who wanted them dead so no one would know. The truth. One dark night, in deep space, Joon searched the ship. He found Hae-ri in the engine bay.
Ow.
She sat beneath the glowing plasma core.
Ow.
Her knees hugged to her chest. She stared into the shifting light. "You were going to let them kill you," Joon said quietly. "Yes," she whispered. "Why?" he asked. She kept her eyes on the core. "Because I have already lost everything, my name, my title, my people. What was left to lose?" Joon sat beside her. "You still have your will, and now you have me." For a long moment she was silent. Then, slowly, She turned her head. You don't owe me anything, she said. Joon smiled faintly.